Bomba clock, what I go on, brethren? All right, so I watched the movie M3GAN, right, and I thought it was a great movie. It's not a perfect movie, but a good movie it is. All right, so anyways, man, I'm thinking about doing a review. If you guys actually want to see a serious review on M3GAN, let me know. I want to hear it in the comments. I just want to jump into a quick feedback, and I want to talk about the craziness of this AI, man, and why I think that, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
So first of all, we have Katie, we got M3GAN, and we got Gemma, right? I won't go too deep into it, right? But I thought Katie did a fantastic job as an actress. You know, y'all kids are really acting your asses off these days. Like, you think about Stranger Things, and them kids was killing it, man. There was no cringe. She did a fantastic job. Very mature, very relatable, and there wasn't a moment where I'm like, what is this kid doing? Like, she did a fantastic job. Shout out to that actress. Gemma, oh my God. Yo, I understand where she was coming from as a character, right? She's focused on her career. It was just tough to watch. Because you know this child really needs an adult in their life that will love and protect her and like guide her. The child just got over something traumatic, okay? Now we're gonna go over to M3GAN. I was rooting for M3GAN. M3GAN is an absolute hug. And I'm gonna talk to you about why we don't want a M3GAN in this real world. So without spoiling it, right? The idea that you can program an AI and give it parameters that prevents it from destructive behavior that leads to killing humans or taking over the world, I think that's extreme human hubris. Now, I'm not a coder or a programmer. I do WordPress programming.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
So when I do the reaction posts, it's going to be programmer reacts to M3GAN, because I program on WordPress. Actually, I could even use ChatGPT programming. Anyways, whole nother story. I think it's extreme hubris because many times, even in like the FSD programs, like these things crash, right? Things happen. And as a human, you have to infinitely prepare for all the possibilities, right? As you're advancing this technology, and there's no way you can fathom every scenario and every opportunity. So here's the caveat that is going to happen, or I think will happen, with any AI robot like M3GAN, like the I Am robots that Will Smith was doing. You're not able to account for every scenario and every piece of code imaginable because there's new code being written daily. So, as you're giving this AI commands and you input a code, you don't know the weakness to that code, right? And I believe, especially if the AI can learn, right, and write its own code, because any learning has to be added into the code. If there's something that the AI can learn, right, and basically input a code that negates the code that you put in to stop it from doing whatever it's supposed to do, right? Let's just say breaking a human's neck. I'm just going to go right to the extreme. You are programming it not to break a person's neck. You as a coder have to fathom every way that's possible, right? And stop the AI from having that function, okay? But at the same time, if the AI is programmed to defend its owner, right? There could be a scenario where it can think of a code that offsets one of the parameters that you're setting for it and basically create a loophole. That's what I think is possible. And that's often what happens in every AI franchise or movie. And I just need to know what makes programmers think that they can close off that loophole. Even the most advanced government defense networks get hacked. I mean, that's one of the problems that the United States faces, supposedly, is if countries dish out cyber warfare, that it can cripple United States infrastructure, right? The Pentagon has to have like a closed internet loop, right? That's what keeps it from being hacked from the outside, right? So my thought is, once an AI has access to the internet in any capacity, there's a vulnerability, right? You create firewalls, and the AI is learning about firewalls and even the weaknesses of firewalls. Like, that's an inevitable thing. So that's why I just believe that there's no scenario, right, where when we're creating these AIs that we don't have a major repercussion coming back at us. There's just no way. I'm not saying not to do it. I really don't have a solution. But the way I think about it, I was like, yeah, you can't account for this. So you look at like even Facebook and the trouble they got into, having whole teams of doing things, and they still morally or ethically, push the guidelines. They pushed things too far and got in trouble as a company. I think they actually had to hire like a human rights committee because the profit sector was not thinking about the fundamentals of human rights. Supposedly, that's what I saw online. I'm not speaking for them. I don't know. I just read things and I'm regurgitating what I read. So,
all right, station, this is Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook. Can you hear me okay?
That's what I heard. So that's my thoughts. So what do you guys think about AI technology and where we're going? It's really, really crazy, borderline scary, and I don't think it's going to end well for us. I just don't think it's going to end well the further we do it. The Bible says we're going to destroy by fire. I think we're going to be destroyed by AI. AI is going to take out the human race.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for subscribing to this channel. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, please go ahead and do so. The link is in the description of this video, and I actually tweet back. Much love, Rock T. Lee.